Привіт, привіт, привіт. Слава Україні. Так, раз ми тут, давайте візьмемо її спочатку, а потім може. Коротше, подивимося. По situation.
Hello. Is there something I can help you with?
How do you do? I'm Satirissa Tugwood, and I have an exciting business proposition for you. Now, it may surprise you to learn that someone of my obvious esteemed lineage would be in business. But I only want to help the less fortunate.
That's incredibly nice of you.
Oh, there's more. You see, I've been experimenting with a new beauty cream. A cream that will rid our glorious school of the hideous, greasy pustules plaguing our poor pubescent classmates. But I've run out of the key ingredient, booba-tuber pus. Booba-tubers do grow in the Forbidden Forest, however. If only I could pay someone to collect a few for me.
What precisely are booba-tubers?
Disgusting things, really, covered in protrusions. One needs to squeeze them to collect the pus. They smell simply awful and seem to move on their own. Ugh, I wouldn't go near the things if it weren't for my devotion to my classmates.
Поможемо.
How on earth did you discover that booba-tuber pus clears one's skin?
One cannot rely on spells for all appearance enhancements. The errant cast, for example, could relocate one's eyebrows entirely rather than merely thinning them. My darling and now perpetually surprised-looking neighbour discovered that on her own. Poor thing. I am convinced that beauty potions are the future. I'm forever looking for ways to make this world a more beautiful place. I suspected that if pure booba-tuber pus could cause boils, an altered form would likely reverse such abominations. And I was correct.
I can try and find some for you if I have the time.
Marvellous. I'd go myself, but I don't want to. I only need a few booba-tubers, but they grow wild, so you'll have to look around. Our spotty classmates are counting on you, so you mustn't tarry.
Into the Forbidden Forest for booba-tubers. I hope it's worth the risk.
А, я не можу тут.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade. This is where Satirissa said to go. And where are those booba-tubers?
Jesus.
Just my luck, a troll. Potato!
Троль.
Confringo!
Угу. Так. Гриби.
Revelio. Oh, that smells awful. Only 4 more, thank goodness. Accio, Levioso, Protego. Levioso. Revelio.
Де ви, О, блін, десь наверху. А. Боже мій.
That should do it. I'd better get back to Saccharissa now. Incendio. Accio.
I know all about you and your... It isn't Nora Treadwell.
The beasts around here can sleep a bit easier now. Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade? Repulsor! Saccharissa, I found the book with tubers you needed.
Splendid. I hope it wasn't too much trouble. May I have them?
Не було, все було добре.
Of course. Happy to have found them for you.
Thank you. And your payment, of course. Now I can begin perfecting my potion to save our poor pimply peers. Don't know who should be more grateful, I or our unsightly spotty classmates. One day the wizarding world will know my name, and you will have been a small part of it.
Revelio.
Привіт, Попі.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Ну добре, не забудь.
You're back! Nice to see you again. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Поліція! Виводь поганців, я знайшов. Поліція, я знайшов. Зараз іде.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
So frustrating.
Поїхали.
You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind
Захарі.
against dark wizards.
За
She berated
Стефаненка.
me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right.
Збоку.
I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near
Беляне.
future.
But, Mother!
Біля.
My little gazelle, you are
Так.
well intentioned, But you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now,
Нічого собі.
much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Ого. Вона, блін, типу... перевертень. Тільки не вовка, а в оленя.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Будь ласка. Може потім чимось віддячиш Гарріку. Так, їдемо далі.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Ну вже, відкривайся. Так а наша мені? Це десь внизу. Чи наверху? А, в підземній гавані, правда.
So this is the underground harbor. Revelio.
Ну,
I could spend all my time.
Ronan certainly.
ще вище.
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
If that's the only way I can convince you to give me that book, then let's get it over with.
Splendid! Just a few questions and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
Ага, хто був типу замість м'ячика? Я думаю, якась
The
тваринка.
snake bird.
No. Incorrect. The answer was the golden snidget.
Ну, я не
The
знаю, хто.
snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
The pepper up potion.
I'm afraid the answer was Felix Felicis. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
Які чарівні артефакти згадуються у казці про трьох братів?
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beadle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consist of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
Який м'яч у Квіддичі найбільший? На звук, напевне, будемо цей.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer was the quaffle.
Блін, я
When a
думав.
chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
Чи вірно, що оборонне зілля здатне перетворити того, хто його вип'є, на істоту іншого виду? А що ми там? Ну, щось ми там перетворимо на курок.
The answer was false. While Polyjuice potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I'm sorry. I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you change your mind. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this. Revelio! Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
Reading can be as magical as any spell. Why can't students see that?
I honestly don't mind if you thought it would help. Well, that's very nice.
I heard Professor Weasley transfigured the book with all her test answers into an owl to stop students from cheating.
Taking owls a bit too literally, if you ask me.
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do. Beautifully done.
Так, я взагалі не звернув. А, це оце трансформація. Ще раз. О. Блін, але там і пір'їнка класна. Чу-чу-чу-чу. Так, а ну ще раз. Це що? Це класно б'є. Це також. І це також. Це там. Замість забрати паличку візьмемо.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed, and frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. Deke tells me you captured a unicorn and brought it back to the Room of Requirement. Protecting so rare a beast is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your visit to the kitchens and the Hogsmeade graveyard with Nick to bribe a ghost for information connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Та блін. Дізнайте ваш візит на кухню. На кухню ні. Наша нам на кухню. А потім Готсмітський цвинтар разом з Ніком. Здається, ні.
Not at all. I'm fascinated by ghosts and food, and I was interested in learning more about the castle and the surrounding area.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Since our visit to Feldcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
Йдемо до Себастьянчика. Ого. Куди ж там його занесло? Карта світу. Угу. Що тут у нас? Краще звідси чи звідси? Напевно, що звідси. Пум-пум-пум-пум-пум-пум-пум. Пум-пум-пум-пум-пум-пум.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Seems a pleasant enough little place. Revelio.
Блін, тут купа листів. Його сестра, походу, постійно пише. Так, поїхали.
You've made Upper Hogsfield safer, and for that, I thank you.
Your generosity helped me afford this rather exotic.
Accio!
Anne is getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the Catacomb.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing, but let's not draw their attention.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
Accio! There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
I'll be quieter than a jobberknoll.
Добре, молодець, ще тренуйся.
Revelio.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood.
What I wouldn't give for a cup of mushroom tea.
Petricus Totalis.
Who's there? Reminds me of the time I nearly fell out of a cart at Gringotts. I was only young, mind. Not like I'd fall out now. Lucky if I fit in one now. But if you don't fill up so much, you can actually go further. It's true. Eat a big meal, you'll be slowed down, but...
Petricus Totalis.
Друг Себастьян.
Revelio.
Зараз.
Revelio.
Oh, this day's gone on too long.
Petrificus totalis.
All of Ranrock's loyalists deserve the same fate. Nice work.
Це воно? Це просто печера, тут нема шахти. Давай назад, цеп. Це не шахта. Це не шахта.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose.
Perhaps we can find an alternate route up ahead.
Sneaking around has its appeal.
Fancy I'll have my own operation worked out one day. People working for me.
Revelio.
We're making quick progress.
Блін, їх тут занадто багато на квадратний метр. І тусуються всі вкупі. Ох,
You
блін.
ought to cut back on pudding. Mistook you for a troll the other day.
For better or for worse, we're in. Petrificus totalis. This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
How nice of you to stop by. No! Incendio! Accio! Mistake! Ranrock won't be stopped! I won't! Levioso!
How many of Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want.
Так. Щось я не зрозумів. Знайдіть символ, а звідки ми прийшли і куди нам треба.
Any ideas?
Incendio.
Добре. Сюди ми залізти не можемо.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really.
Confringo.
Так, нам направо. І вниз до павучків.
Smashing.
Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Можуть бути павуки зараз. Великі і страшні. Зубаті?
Incendio.
Ні, в печері ні. В печері тільки павуки. Як це? Люди не бувають? Люди найгірші поганці в світі. А, у нас є це.
That bridge has seen better days.
Reparo.
Скажи круто. Ні. Добре. О, виліз.
Incendio. Confringo. Leviosa. Incendio. Protego.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Incendio.
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared war.
Incendio.
Вони лю... Є? Будуть.
Incendio.
Блін, яких багато там.
still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at
We have another fight on our hands.
Ну що,
Why am I
йдемо?
not surprised?
Поб'ємося.
Feels like I've been at this for hours. Who is it? Such arrogance. You can't handle a little altercation.
Це хто такий? Інші павуки тепер.
We're not finished yet.
Який здоровий вийшов. Надьоний.
Accio. Levioso. Protego. Incendio. Incendio. Confringo. Accio. You're not a bad chap for a Slytherin.
You Gryffindors don't have a monopoly on bravery.
Incendio. Accio.
We can have a look around in peace.
Accio. Incendio.
Так. Що у нас є? Двері. Ящик, щоб вилізти.
Symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
Так, давайте. Раз. Два. Тепер нам треба залізти наверх.
Wingardium Leviosa.
I wouldn't be surprised to find a couple more rune symbols.
Спалити павутиню.
Incendio.
І приз. Є.
What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery.
Another passageway. We should search the room first. Revelio.
І що, тут більше нічого нема?
Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant.
Шматок полотна.
Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganark was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
His are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here.
Багато балакаєш. Багато базікаєш, Себастьяне.
Now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit.
Помістіть портрет у триптих. Це триптих?
Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of
О, це нам
canvas.
ще одно треба.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Morenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
You don't know what you're saying. Take a breath for a moment.
Oh, I know precisely what I'm saying. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable, сказав Себастьян до Гаріка. Добре, сьогодні кажемо Стефаненку до побачення, щоб зустрітися з ним в слідуючій серії. Всім дякую. І всім гарного настрою, наскільки це можливо. Слава Україні! Па-па!